Hi, this is Jay Strachey with Drilling Contractor. Today, I'm at the IADC Drilling Engineers Committee Q3 Tech Forum. Joined with me today is George Buck with Chevron Energy Technology Company. George, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you. Thanks for setting up this interview. I'm looking forward to it.
So in your presentation, you mentioned that reliability is the cornerstone of data quality. How is Chevron determining this reliability, and how are they ensuring that this reliability is upheld?
Yeah, it's actually one of 6 cornerstones. I don't know if corner is quite the right word. Depending on the process flow that we're looking at, you might need incredibly high reliability data, or for other processes, you can get by with lower reliability. So if you're doing something in the world of process safety management, looking at kick indicators, making sure that you don't have a serious well control event, you want something north of 2 nines, probably 99.7% reliability. If you're looking at something that's more related to KPIs, if the rig were to go offline for a few hours, and we don't know what the rig's trip speed was for a certain period of time, that's not going to hurt us as much. We adjust our reliability based on the needs, and we also monitor the networks and all of the various ways that data comes in to ensure that reliability stays up. We're actually able to feed back to our data providers when different parts of their network goes down so they can continue to improve on reliability.
And you also mentioned that one of the 6 points of data quality was accessibility, and that there were some challenges there. How is Chevron approaching those challenges of accessibility?
Yeah, now accessibility is a big problem. Chevron, since we started streaming real-time data, has brought in data for some 3,200 wells. That's equivalent to 13 terabytes of data. And a terabyte of data is a huge amount of data. If you were to take an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, you were to put data on both sides of it, and then you were to take that 8.5 by 11 piece of paper and you were to stack it 10 miles high, that's 1 terabyte. We've got 13 of those. We've got 130 miles of data. And being able to store that cost effectively and to allow our customers to access that data, or for us to come back and access that data, is a big challenge. I think it's going to be a challenge for the industry as we go forward. As the more and more data we collect, the better we're going to have to get at accessing it and managing those tremendous volumes.
And in your presentation, you also mentioned human aspects and the challenges that those bring. How is Chevron addressing those human aspects and then the resultant conversations you have with the rigs?
So human aspects is actually our biggest challenge. I spend more time on human aspects or behavioral change management than I actually do on technology. There's an inherent human resistance to change. There's a concern that humans have that technology might embarrass them and might make them look bad in front of their boss or in front of their colleagues. We work very hard to make sure that the humans on the rigs don't get embarrassed. So when we see a rig maybe doing something that's not optimal, we will call at the lowest level on the rig and inform that person, hey, we're seeing this in the data. We think it might mean this. Are you seeing the same thing? And they'll look at it and they'll go, well, yeah, I'm seeing the same thing. And then what are you going to do about it? And if we agree on what they're going to do about it, that person we called on the rig now looks like a hero. The people on the rig think, wow, how did they pick something up, in that kind of detail? And the person on the rig, then they want more of that because we made them look like a hero. But if we were to call the rig and say, man, you're missing this, how could you possibly miss it? And we make them look bad, they don't want us anymore. And all of a sudden that connection is going to be gone, that relationship will be gone, data feeds will be less optimal, and they will allow us to fail. So managing the human aspects, helping people look good, is what's been our biggest success.
Thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate it.
I'm happy to be here, and thanks for the interview.
And thank you for joining us today on drillingcontractor.org.